Mr. President, it was just 1 year ago that Archbishop Desmond Tutu from South Africa was a guest in this very program. And he said, I quote, "I've been very deeply distressed in my visit to the Holy Land, since it reminded me so much of what happened to us black people in South Africa." And Mr. President, what is your comment on that?
My comment, there are some gaps in the ignorances of those statements. There is nothing like between the apartheid and Israel. From the very first day, we never wanted to dominate anybody. We were forced to defend ourselves. And please, you must be true to the facts. And we defended our life, yes. That's not a crime, you know. We have had to. And we don't need the permission of anybody to do so. We suffered enough in our history to have this right. Now, Desmond Tutu is a friend of mine. He is the head of the courts of conciliation and truth. I think that Desmond Tutu could have contributed much more to tell the people about those courts, which I appreciated highly. We are looking at the court of justice and not of the cause of the court of misinformation. It never happened. It can't happen. It cannot be a Jewish person that is for apartheid.
The Israeli politicians are aware that they can get away with almost anything because the West is guilty. It feels guilty. It feels guilty about what they didn't do when the Holocaust happened. And they've given a kind of carte blanche. Now, if they are penitent, they ought to be the ones who pay the price of that penitence. But the price is being paid by the Palestinians.
And Israel governs this one state very skillfully with 3 different sets of laws. You have the laws that govern people like myself, Israeli Jews, who can come and go and say what they please. Pretty much a democratic state for all purposes. You've got the laws that govern the Palestinians who are citizens of Israel, and there are over 30 laws in the law books that discriminate against them specifically, and you've got an entire culture of discrimination against them that is deep-seated and deep-rooted in Israeli society. And then you've got the laws that govern the Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza, and this is really at the pleasure of the Israeli army. If they want to destroy, they destroy. If they want to arrest and beat, they arrest and beat. If they want to torture, they torture. If they want to kill, they kill. And Palestinians have no recourse. This is the reality. There's an education system, the Zionist education system, like Judith alluded, my sister just wrote a book about it. She's an educator, that teaches racism in a very subtle way. There's a bureaucracy, an entire bureaucracy, that is dedicated to making life impossible for Palestinians through all kinds of restrictions and permits and requirements that are absolutely uncalled for and unnecessary, but are all given and provided under the guise of security. And then you've got the Israeli army, which I like to refer to as one of the best trained, best equipped, best fed terrorist organizations in the world. And yes, they have generals and they have nice uniforms, but their entire purpose is terrorism.